So we're continuing to talk about banners. Okay. The IAB, which I mentioned before, the Interactive Advertising Bureau, the Trade Industry Association for Internet Advertising, stepped in early on and standardized the size of banners. And these are pixel measurements, 728 by 90 pixels, et cetera, et cetera. Obviously before they did this, there were all kinds of different sizes. And actually, it's similar to what happened with the out-of-home advertising industry, where there were all kinds of different sizes of different posters and bulletins, and they were standardized as well. And again, I say that the banners on websites are similar to billboards, and that they kind of interrupt your flow and have to work quickly and get their message across quickly and make you want to involve you and hopefully make you want to click. One thing I should mention in regards to banners particularly is the concept of ad remarketing. And what this is when something you've shopped for, and say you don't buy the particular item, you'll find that their ads will follow you as you go from site to site. And it's called ad remarketing. And the reason it's done is that 2% of customers typically convert in their first visit. Remarketing goes to the people who visited the site but didn't buy. And the way it works is that the site that you visit puts a little snippet of code on their website that goes onto your browser. It's called a remarketing pixel. So it's this cookie thing we haven't talked about too much, but it's really in the middle of all kinds of things that go on the internet. We are actually going to talk about pixels and cookies in a little more detail in a minute, but every time you visit a website, that site puts code on your browser that says that you visited the site. So you actually, as you go around the internet, you can be trailing around a very long cookie. I kind of look at it like Jacob Marley's chain of, in his case, it's from the Christmas Carol. The ghost that visited Scrooge at the beginning has this long chain he drags around. These are all of his sins. So these aren't exactly sins, but it can be a very long chain. And it's used by websites and marketers for a lot of different things. And one of these things is to remarket you. So the site that puts this little cookie, this little bit of pixel on your browser, then lets other sites you visit know that they've done this. And most sites will accept a banner ad sent from the originating site to run on their site in one of their open banner spaces in exchange for getting compensated if you do buy something. And they're obviously doing it because, you visited the site once, you had some interest. So they'll maybe do better with a banner for that site and make more money than something else. And that's why they do it. And that's why ads follow you around from site to site. It's ad remarketing. It's done with banners because banners are standard sizes. Banners are quick to load, so they don't slow down the hosting web page, and it's really pretty much always done with banners. Okay. And that's a little diagram. So the user visits your gym shoe site, exits it, and because of the little pixel on the user's browser, she goes to a new site, but the sneaker ad shows up. You go back, you click the banner, you go back to the site and you buy, your shoe purchase is confirmed, and what they're missing is that the not your site site gets paid something. So that's banners, the basic sort of form of display advertising. So people got kind of tired of running those standard banners, and they came up with something that's a little more interesting to watch, which are these expanding and what are called rich media ads. So I'm actually going to stop here, and well, you know what, sound doesn't really matter, I don't think. So you know what, I'm just going to play it, and we can watch some of these, which will hopefully show up shortly. Okay, this is an agency called Coffee, which is here in the city. Some interesting people. Guide the fish with your cursor to explore. So this is rich media. You see, it's not video, but it's animated and it moves. It's on a phone. On a phone again, obviously. By the way, anytime you do anything, any marketing on the internet, you've got to test it on a PC and on phones, different size screens, to make sure it works. On a phone. These guys are really good. It's really more interesting than video in a lot of ways, you know, because it's surprising. It breaks the frame. Does something unexpected, grabs your attention, you know, breaks the frame. Okay, nice work, Coffee. Some guys that used to work at a shed, Philip Hockey, started their own little agency called Coffee. Okay, let's get off of this. And get off of this, or at least, you know what, let's minimize it. Yeah, let's just drop it. Okay. They cost more because they work better. It's a better impression, right, than a flat, static banner. They get better results. Whoop. Native advertising is really the same thing as advertorials, what it's called in a magazine. And of course, since it's on the web, they couldn't just use the word advertorial. I mean, that would come on. So they came up with native advertising. And this is an example of Acer running some native advertising on Gawker. So basically, it's marketing / ad content that looks like it's done by the website. It doesn't look like third-party advertising, at least at first. It looks like it's content that's native to the website. So it's a way to add some more credibility to something, get somebody more involved, not just have an ad, but something kind of in between. And by the way, many times the websites themselves will create content for an advertiser that matches the content on their website. That can often be a part of a marketing package with a website. And now video. Of course, is the fastest growing, I think, segment of online video, and particularly video on phones. And so here we see a little factoid that's a year or two old. But look here, and this goes to the storage notion too, by the way. YouTube stores a lot of content. Those videos take space, right? More videos uploaded to YouTube in the last 2 months than if the three major networks had been airing new content 24/7, 365 since 1948, which is when ABC started broadcasting. That's pretty mind-blowing. Here's some online video facts. Again, this is maybe a year or so old, so I apologize, but I would say that the trends are still going to be accurate. I did update a lot of the data on the presentation, but there are some things that are a little bit old, but I think it's still going to be valid information in terms of the trend, if not the exact numbers. So lots of people watching videos on their phones, and lots of adults also using video sharing sites to post and watch videos. And a lot of people are watching or downloading videos on the internet. This is another one, again, that's a little bit old. See, this is 2014, and I really apologize. But it's a projection through 2018 by eMarketer.com. And look, the point here is still valid, very valid, that digital video is growing much, much faster in terms of ad spending than regular old TV. And by TV here, we mean network syndication and spot and cable TV. So, okay, so you see the percent changes for each one. You know, the top line, the TV is only going up 3 or 4 or 5% every year in terms of ad spend. And digital video is slowing down, but it's still really growing very, very fast. But you know, the real issue with digital videos, particularly those that run on mobile phones, is it's just too easy to stop the video or switch to another site or whatever. It's very easy to, because it's so close. I mean, we can do it on our TVs too. I mean, we can switch channels, we can skip through ads. It's an issue on anything, but it's really a bigger issue even on these devices, because we're touching screens, we're punching things. It's very quick to stop things and change what we're looking at. I now want to stop, and then I'm going to give a quick little case history of something I was involved with, having to do with online videos, internet videos. And you're going to see how we tag the video, how we track the views, how we report the views, and good stuff like that. Okay.